Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Acting for Everybody. If this is your first time here, my name is Brie and this channel is for anyone and everyone who is interested on the varied topic of acting. While I'm still getting the hang of the focus on this camera, I thought I'd do another simple makeup tutorial. So today we're going to cover how to do basic Mime makeup. So to start off, I'm just going to take you through some of the products I use. Because I only do this occasionally, I've opted to have the cheaper range of products in my kit. There are some amazing high-end brands of stage makeup out there that you can use, but I'm trying to keep this as cheap as possible without sacrificing too much quality. Now what's really important is that the tools you use need to be clean of other makeup or only be used for the white makeup. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of cross-contamination. So I have a dedicated foundation brush, sponge, and puffy puff for my Mime makeup. I often just end up using my fingers though instead of the foundation brush. It just feels right. So to start with, we want a clean and moisturized face. Right, and then of course I'm going to start with the white base. I'm using Mayron Clown White Light, and then on top I'll be using Mayron Color Set Powder. The white light is a more oilier based face paint, which is key here because if you go in with a water-based product, you're not going to be able to build up the white as easy, and also if you start sweating, you're just going to sweat it, like wash it all off with your sweat. When applying, you do need to be patient. Don't rush it. It's going to take a good couple of layers of white to get a good finish on it. Once you've done this a couple of times, it's quite interesting that it starts to feel more like a ritual preparation of some sort, like a really relaxing one. So while I'm doing my makeup, I'm just going to talk a bit about me and Mime. So sometimes for the fun of it, I do some Mime experimentation at home and have even popped out a couple of videos on my TikTok account. Mime is a great way to experiment with using your body and space to create imagery, even a little bit of illusion, and also like just to, kick into gear your imagination. You don't need the black and white costume or the face paint, but I find the face paint is a useful way of being able to look at your face in a slightly different light and maybe look at new expressions in it. As Mime is more in the mechanical area of acting, I would strongly suggest that you also use mirrors to see these angles for yourself. Obviously, there is so much personal opinion out there on whether to use mirrors or not in your own acting, and really it's your choice. Okay, so once you have a base, you're going to apply another layer to really get more of that white brilliance in there, and basically you just keep adding layers until you're happy. Try and cover everything, all areas of your skin. Sometimes I leave a gap for where my eyebrows are going to be just so I can get more of that black look on them. This is particularly because I don't use black face paint. I just go in with black eyeshadows and eyeliner and stuff. Whereas some people might use the paint, which once you've set the white, that might actually, go over the top and not turn grey, but you just got to be careful about getting that crispness and trying not to mix colours too much. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so I leave a gap for where my eyebrows are. Also, I sometimes leave a little bit of a gap around my eyes, just so that I can get that black lining in there. Obviously, not too much of a gap though. Mimes also can have a sharper edge around the white of their mask, around the perimeter of their face. Not perimeter. Yeah, perimeter or circumference. But I typically leave that till last because, yeah, it can get really messy, guys. Really messy. Now, we need the powder. You may have heard of baking makeup in, and lordy, we need it here. Because right now, your face is just like an oil painting, and this paint will take forever to dry and it will move around so much. So, we really need to get this setting in to try and stop it from moving. I do find personally that on me it still moves around a bit, but we only get better at this the more that we practice. And let's be honest, this is probably only like my third or fourth time doing this makeup as well. Now that's kind of set, we are going to move on to the features. Now, with a Mime mask, what you decide to do here is really where you're going to create a character. There are pictorial tables of suggestions on Pinterest, so I'd recommend you go there and search Mime Makeup to get some inspiration of what kind of character look you want to go for. Otherwise, just ask yourself, what emotional story am I trying to tell here? Like, is it more of a sad look? Is it more of a dopey look? Is it more of an angry look? And yeah, just go with that. But for now, I am just going to stick with my natural features because, you know, this is just a basic tutorial. Okay, so black brows. We've talked about brows already. Black eye makeup. This is important to line your eyes or they're going to kind of like disappear and just become like this iris and this pupil floating about, which is nice and creepy. I don't know if any of you guys grew up in like the early 90s or I don't know if it was late 80s. I think it was more 90s with Art Attack, but before I put on any of the black makeup, I'm like, Art Attack. The little statues, Roman kind of statue heads on that. Important to line your eyes or they're going to disappear. Let's be fair, you can use some color in your makeup if you want to, but I would suggest to keep it limited though, because just the more color that you introduce, the more clownish your look is going to become. So when I bought the makeup, there was no black lipstick in the store. Let's be honest. Black is probably one of the colors of lipstick that people don't use on a regular basis unless you are goth, in which you would. So I bought a navy lipstick, which appears here a bit lighter because I just apply it straight over the white face paint. I'm naughty that way. But I do go over it with a super dark plum lip gloss. So I use these two colors to get the blackest look that I can. And it's kind of cool because the plum lip gloss actually will stain my lips like this really nice like pink color. So once I clear it all off, it's like, oh, I'm still wearing like lip color. Oh. Yes, so yeah, I use these to get the blackest look that I can. Now I'm just going to quickly clean up the edges of my face. And hey presto, here is the basic Mime makeup completed. Now, to take it off, because this is this is important. So yeah, it's a bit because of the thickness of the makeup, you'll probably find that you need something a bit better than just a cleanser. I haven't tried my makeup remover on it just because I don't want to have to use a whole heap of it. But anyway, so I use a special product for this. To really cut through this grease, I use the Mayron Makeup Remover Cream. It has a bit of a potent soapy smell to it. It feels greasy, but it really does loosen up that white face paint. I also use hot water and a makeup removing cloth, face cloth. I have reasonably sensitive skin, and although like the smell on this is really potent, it doesn't sting. But I personally like to take a shower and really get all of that cream off my skin just because of the smell of it. And I just feel like if I left any there, maybe my skin would dislike it. Yeah, and then finally, when you're all clean, moisturize a lot and let your skin rest. I guess with these heavier makeup looks, like there is potential to really dry out your skin. Like I know I've been saying, oh, grease, grease, grease all through this video, but really, honestly, after you take this makeup off, you will want to moisturize a bit more than you usually do. And yeah, do let your skin rest. In the future, I might do a video on how to take care of your skin as an actor. But yeah, that will be much, much later down the track. Well, that's all from me today. If you've got any topic requests, leave them in the comments below, and I'll be seeing you next week. Take care. Bye.